50-year mortgages might sound like a clever way to make homes more affordable by stretching out payments. But in practice, I don't see they're going to help much at all. Now, I'm sure you've all read a lot of posts that talk about how 50-year mortgages, one, wouldn't lower payments very much, and two, the interest paid over the term of the mortgage would be multiples higher than a 30-year loan. Now, I'm going to leave those discussions to mortgage brokers out there who are doing a great job in explaining it. But I want to talk about the biggest reasons why I believe a 50-year mortgage simply a non-starter. And it's because I just don't see any lenders or bond investors having any appetite at all for such a product. There's lots of reasons why I think this, from regulatory hurdles to higher potential default rates. But I want to look at two other reasons that really stick out to me. The first is that the average life or duration of a mortgage, about 7 to 10 years. Why? Well, we move on average every 7 to 10 years. If we don't move, we refinance. And it's because of this that modeling and pricing a 50-year loan would be very difficult. No one really knows what an appropriate interest rate would need to be, and investors hate risk. And the second is that because of its very long duration, a 50-year loan would be hugely sensitive to interest rate changes. You see, if interest rates fell, homeowners would refinance, and what happens? Well, the investor loses future interest income. Now, that unto itself is not a big thing. It goes on all the time in the 30-year market. But a bigger issue by far is what would happen if rates rose. Well, then homeowners would hold onto their loans, and the investors, they're stuck holding a low-yielding asset, possibly for decades. And who wants that? As far as I'm concerned, any extra yield to investors from a 50-year pool would be tiny when compared to the massive additional duration, as well as the prepayment uncertainty that will absolutely exist. 50-year mortgages, now, they might make a good talking point for politicians who, at long last, are starting to take housing seriously. But as far as I'm concerned, 50-year mortgage, it's a non-starter. We need to come up with far more viable ways to address the ever-growing affordability crisis that we face as a nation. What do you think? I'd love to get your thoughts on the subject. Bye now.